Hey, what's up guys, Valley Flying here. I am back. Welcome to the channel, and in this video I'm predicting the future. I got some predictions for the future of Marvel Strike Force, and I know not everybody is happy with this Ant-Man update. There's some issues with it, but I kind of like the direction that I see Fox Next going with this game. There's a lot of cool stuff that I'm seeing on the horizon, guys. And a lot of it is based on the Datamine. So before I get into the predictions, I'm going to go into the Datamine, talk about that, talk about summaries, and talk about a few things that I found in the Datamine that look interesting, which leads me to my predictions. And I want to hear from you guys. I don't want just this to be my predictions. I want to hear in the comments what you think is happening in this game based on what we've seen before and based on a few things that we've seen in the Datamine, and the last Datamine was pretty correct in what they were predicting. The exact date and time that they had in the last Datamine was exactly right on. So, but without wasting any more time, let's get right into the Datamine so we can get into predictions. This is going to be a little longer video than I'd like to make. With that said, I do want to put in a disclaimer. Datamines are always subject to change, so even if there's text in the game right now, that doesn't mean that that is gonna happen. So all this is just pure speculation, and from what Casino and Mobile Gamers said about their trip, I can't remember who said it, but one of them said that everything is subject to change except within like 3 days of release. So unless this is 3 days from when they plan to release it, it is all subject to change, even though it's in game now. So let's go and look at the summary from Reddit. This was posted by Panub. He's the guy that did the Datamine, and he's done a few of them in the past. And because this came out so quickly after the update was done, I have no reason to believe this is not a legit Datamine. But like I said, even Datamines are just all speculation. So let's talk about some of his summaries. So I didn't see everything in the Datamine, but there's a lot of lines of code. So I'm gonna go in and talk about what I've seen. But let me read his summary real quick. When level cap is released, a level 65 Ultimus raid will also be released. Hopefully, this is the one that has the better lanes that we don't have to do everything exactly perfect. Groot will be a Blitz event. This was released a couple days ago, so 1 day ago, right after the release. So we've already gotten something in our inbox saying that this is confirmed. Alright, a Star-Lord event requiring Guardians of the Galaxy and Ravagers is coming. It's structured like the Merc Payday events, and the rewards are Star-Lord stars. I'm looking forward to that. I've really been wanting to unlock Star-Lord for a while. I hope it is in a decent way. Hand event like the Merc event, reward as Catalyst, currently scheduled for the August 7th and 8th. I didn't see this date in there, but again, there's a lot of lines of code and I might have missed a few things. Rocket event will be coming back and structured like the Ant-Man event. There is information, I'll be talking about that, that I did see. There's a new character tag called Eternal. There's a bunch of other character tags in the game as well that was probably in previous Datamines that they haven't used yet, so I'll be talking about that. Alright, so in it he has a link to the raw data. What I've done is downloaded that, put that on an Excel sheet. I got one tab here with all the raw data, and then there's an edited tab where I just edited some highlights of it that I thought was interesting. Alright, so this is from the achievements. This was around where the achievements were. There's one for level 65. I think most of us have that in the game if you've reached level 60 already. But there's also an achievement for level 70, level 75, and level 80. So there's a few more of these level caps to increases to come. Alright, so this green section right here is very interesting. And it most likely has to do with the Alliance Wars. Now, this was in previous Datamines, but previously all I've done is read the summary instead of going into the exact Datamine itself. So, let's talk about that. The first thing that I see here is for Medbay, and it looks like you have to construct your war room, and you have these bunch of different rooms. Medbay looks like it's one of them. And the description says it increases health regeneration by 10%. You also have ability names, so Air Station, which regenerates warp. I don't know if this is related, but there's an Air Station. It says something that regenerates war and health rate packs. Rescue squads, Surviving defending characters get a percent of their health back after a fight. So very interesting, and can kind of lead to some conclusions about what you think Alliance War is going to be like. There's another place called the Armory. Now, in this Armory room description, it increases bio characters damage by 3%. And then there's another one for the weapon systems, and that increases damages from defenders by 4%. It's a bridge, and worth 2 times score values. So I guess you're going to be doing a bunch of battles, and you're going to compete who could score the most. I'm not sure how the scoring is going to be, but it looks like this bridge description is indicating that. You also have a hangar, disables enemy attacks for 1 minute. Reactor increases cosmic characters damage by 5%. Extraction chamber generates random cosmic mats. You got backup generators. When this is destroyed, the Alliance will lose room abilities for 20 minutes. So I'm excited for this. I'm very curious to see how they do this, and I'm crossing my fingers. This is a awesome event. All right, and I think most of the events I've done in the past have been really good. Even this Ant-Man, I think, is really good. They should increase the drop rates and maybe not do double RNG, but other than that, I like the things that they've done. All right, there's a cosmic gotcha, 1 every 20 seconds. Now, if we look later in that, the gotcha is the name that they use for some of these loot boxes there. Barracks, increase defenders' health by 10%. Cargo bay increases war loot by 5%, so the loot, probably some rewards that we're going to get from these Alliance Wars. Logistics support generates orb fragments at a rate, and I guess that rate depends on how much you upgrade it. There's field supplies, X% chance for X attackers to start a battle with more ability energy. So you get a bunch of upgrades, and obviously the more you can upgrade, the more advantage you're going to have over your opponent's flight deck. Increases war energy regeneration by 10%. And then you got a bunch of other flight decks as well that also increase regeneration. Science Lab increases tech character damage by 5%. Nano Fabricator generates random biomats. Chemical synthesizers. X% chance for X amount of stuff with battle up. And there's a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to put this in the description. Like it's going to be an Excel sheet with has the full data right here and then the edited data. I'll let you read through these, but a lot of interesting stuff about this Alliance Wars. There's MVP, a bunch of points, bronze leagues. So it's looking interesting. There's a bunch of other stuff that can lead to a lot of speculation. All right, next thing. This appears to be about the Blitz. It says win Blitz battles, and there's some characters here that we've seen, some that we haven't seen, except in previous data mines. Hawkeye Blitz, Winter Soldier. You got an orb for more Winter Soldier. You have Thor, Loki Blitz, Black Panther Blitz, Drax Blitz, Jessica Jones. Most of these we've seen. Gamora, Groot Blitz. That's the one that's coming up soon. Ronin Blitz. I wonder how much people are going to be scoring on that Ronin Blitz. Whoa, what did I do there? All right. Karath Blitz, we got that going on right now. Rocket Raccoon, so that is another Blitz. So hopefully they have that sometime soon after his event. Black Widow Blitz, Quake, Venom, very interesting. I'm expecting this around October, so sometime around after the movie or before the movie, but maybe late September, early October is when I'm expecting this one. Baron Mordo, we just had that a couple blitzes ago. There's a Yondu Blitz. Captain America Wolverine, Deadpool Blitz, interesting. Merc with the Mouth Blitz, so that may or may not be coming, but it's in the code right now. Doctor Strange Blitz, we've had those. Star-Lord Blitz, so in addition to that event, they also have Blitz that they're at least thinking about if it's in the code. Vision Blitz, we've had that one before. Iron Fist Blitz, the results probably very similar to the Ronin Blitz, what's going to happen with that. Nebula Blitz, Cable, Punisher, Bullseye, Spider-Man. We have an Ant-Man Blitz here and a Wasp Blitz, which is why I'm not super concerned with the low drop rates, except I do wish that they would have made the unlock a little easier, a little quicker for at least the unlock. And then, like I said, if they grind it in that event or have to rely on this Blitz or some other way later down the road, I'm okay with that. Merc support, so this is for some Merc Lieutenant shards. Next, we have a description about some events. So most of these we have already. Training modules, gold, ability energy, orb fragments, catalyst. Mystic gear, stats. Alright, so this is what I've seen in previous data mines as well. The hand characters at gear tier 3, 4, 5, 12. Different stuff. We need some aim characters, possibly some Hydra characters. And again, this is stuff that was in previous data mines. This Nick Fury one was in previous data mines as well, but it is requiring shield characters at 7 stars. So those shield characters will be worth it because you can unlock Iron Man and Nick Fury, at least the way it is planned in this data mine. This could change. The Crossbones event that everybody has, the Electro event that everybody got in the beginning, the Payday event with the Mercs, Nick Fury, and there's the Iron Man, and then here's information about a Rocket event. I didn't see a date in this, but of course there's a lot of code in here that I didn't see. Thanos, Deadpool, we've seen those. Ant-Man, you could get these Ant-Man. This is going on right now. The Wasp, this is what's coming. And what else? Hand. So this is interesting. It looks like a hand event. And here's more information about it. I think there's a better look about it. It looks like this so this is about the Star-Lord event. Peter Quill and Ravager stop in their first plot by a mysterious organization where you can earn Star-Lord shards. Relic hunt, and it looks like what you're going to do is earn a ton of catalyst. That was described in the summary. And then this is just some dialogue. It looks like some dialogue from the hand event. I didn't highlight it because I didn't see it at first. And then here's some dialogue from the Rocket event. I'm not sure if this was the past one that everybody had or a new one that's coming up. I didn't read through it all, but it is. I am putting a link so you guys can read through all the stuff if you want to, or you could wait till it comes out and be surprised. I'm probably going to wait till it comes out. This looks like more information about orbs that correspond to the blitzes. So there's a Quake, Hawkeye, Thor, Winter Soldier, Loki, Black Panther, Jessica Jones, and there's a Venom one, probably going to correspond when we have him released and as a blitz. And let's go down even more. So this is more information about the Rocket Blitz, Rocket event. And then, yeah, just a few things here. This is looks like it's information about the Star-Lord event where you need characters. It says recommended level 40 gear 6 for number 5, and it keeps going up from there. And requiring, oh, this is a different one. So here we go. Requires 5 Guardians of Galaxy, Guardians or Ravagers at 7 stars. So you could build a pretty interesting team with that. And then there's another one for this hand event coming up as well. Fury's Elite Squad, just a little bit more information. The Star-Lord, there's more information about that. The Wasp and Iron Man, the Wasp and Ant-Man shards. So these are about the, I guess this is just like a notification about the event that's going on right now. Here's something interesting that I haven't seen mentioned before: Hydra raids. So I'm not sure what that is. I guess we'll have to wait and see. As far as the level 65 raids, and I guess this is for the Ultimus raids. It takes on toughest enemies, recommendation squad, 60 plus gear, tier 9 plus, abilities level 5 plus. So level up your guys for this level 65 raid. This Thanos raid is a little hard already, so this one I'm assuming is getting hard. Alright, this Hydra Kingpin name, so it looks like it's a event or a raid. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see. Let's see if they keep it in or if they switch it. Alright, war credits, war energy refills, and health packs for the war. So similar to the Blitz and Raid where you need energy and refills for that. And this looks like it's just health regeneration, energy regeneration, and credits. So it looks like we'll be getting a new store when we finally get Alliance Wars, and hopefully they put some cool things in there. So maybe some cool non-farmable characters that are in there. We got the Armory. A little more information about this helicarrier or whatever you're going to need to do to upgrade for this Alliance Wars. And these are some of the traits. We got AIM, Alien, Anti-Hero, Avenger. Here's that Eternal one that's new, but there's a bunch of here that I haven't seen in the game yet. They may have been scrapped. They may be upcoming. Hard to tell right now. And this is just some information about some crates. They're calling them gotcha crates. I know a lot of people call them loot boxes. All right, so in these gotcha crates, we have a few interesting things. The first is a Peter Quill orb, which is like your normal orb that gets released around the time of Blitz. This is one for Star-Lord. We have another one, the Pym Particles orb for Ant-Man shards, and another one for Stinger orbs for a chance to earn Wasp shards. These are the types that you need to spend power cores on, and you can get a bunch of characters, but with the possibility that get these increased chance for these characters you want. And just take note that these are different than the Ant-Man orbs that we're getting right now through the event, and this Wasp orb that is going to be coming with her future event. So a very good indicator that Wasp and Ant-Man will be coming to Blitz sometime. Of course, it could be way down the road. And we've had a Venom Blitz in there for a while. We've had a Groot Blitz in there for a while, and we're just getting that Groot Blitz. So it could be a while before we actually see these guys come to Blitz. And then the last part is just some information about some requirements for different events. I'm not sure if they're still going to do these gear level requirements, just because I haven't seen that in the past. Every event has always required certain stars. And then we just see that this Guardians of the Galaxy or Ravagers has been updated here, and looks like it's very similar to the Iron Man event. I'm not sure what star level it will take to unlock Star-Lord though, so we'll have to see on that once that event is officially announced. Alright, so now is the time. I know most of you guys have been waiting for my predictions for the future. And what are these predictions based on? Well, the Datamine that we just saw, as well as some of the things they've done in the past as far as releasing characters. So let's go and look at the past so we could so you can kind of see some of my rationale for some of my predictions. All right, so the first update we got was right here, April 19th, the Thanos update, the first one that we got, and I think it was an okay update. There was some good and some bad with this update, and we had an event start, a Thanos raid, very, very hard. And we also got notice that Doctor Strange and Vision would become playable characters. Doctor Strange, his orb was released on the 26th of April, so a week after the release, and we had his Blitz start the exact same day. Then we had Vision a few weeks later start on May 10th. We had his orb then, and his Blitz started that same day as well. And that's pretty much it for the first update. And then we got the second update with Deadpool, which in my opinion, of the three updates, this was the best update and had the most excitement built around it. Deadpool was released as an event, and then about a week later we had the Cable orb be offered, and his Blitz started that same day. We had a Merc event around here for Payday, and we had another one at the end of June, so I think that's something that's going to continue in the future towards the end of the month. We had notice of the Iron Man event coming, and around here towards the beginning of June, and then on June 17th was when it dropped, and it finished on the 24th. Between that time though, we had the Mordo orb come out, so you could start to buy him, and then the 21st was when his Blitz came out. So that's something that they're continuing with Groot. Ant-Man event, Ant-Man update just happened a few days ago this Wednesday, and we had his event start. I know a lot of people are disappointed with that event. I don't think it's too bad, except for that drop rate. If they improve the drop rate, I think the concept of this, you know, giving us the gear and stuff is not that bad. They just, I wish they had an easier way to at least unlock Ant-Man. That is happening. The event started, the event ends right here. We also got notice when this orb came out that the Groot Blitz is happening right here. So it's starting on the 2nd for Groot. And that is pretty much caught up with what has happened in the past and what has been announced by Fox Next so far. Now, there's a couple other things happening in the future that are set in stone. October 6th is when Venom comes out, and we have 2 Blu-ray releases that have not been officially released but have been kind of leaked. Deadpool was kind of leaked by Target as the release date of August 7th, and then Best Buy kind of leaked this release date of August 14th for this Infinity Wars Blu-ray. So these 2 Blu-rays are happening here, and I think because there's no movie releases, they probably will do some kind of tie-in with the game around here. I'm gonna just assume that these release dates are correct, even though they haven't been officially announced. All right, so first prediction, and this one's probably pretty obvious. The past characters that are introduced with a blitz, like Groot, is being released. They've had another blitz happen, so we got a Groot blitz here. So most likely another Groot blitz here on the 5th. As far as events, when the Ant-Man event ends, I'm thinking that's when they're going to start to do the Wasp event. So as far as her release date, I'm thinking that goes right here on the 11th of June. I'm thinking it's going to be the exact same day. And then we have the Thanos raid that they just started. I think it was yesterday or the day before, I'm not sure. But anyway, we had that Thanos event started very, very hard. I mean, my alliance can't finish it. That boss node is very hard. I know some alliances can. My alliance is in the top 25, and we're not able to finish that final boss mode yet. So it's really, really hard. I don't know if anybody... I know there's a few alliances that are going to get some Thanos shards, but I think most players, including myself, are not going to be getting a lot of Thanos shards, if any. But hopefully we got a bunch of Mega Orbs from that. But that Thanos event is ending around here, which leads me to believe that that level 65 cap is going to be raised around that time, and I'm thinking when the event end, that Thanos event, is when they're going to release the level 65 raid. So I'm thinking that level 65 cap gets raised right around here, because Thursday is when they seem to do a lot of things, although they do updates on Wednesday sometimes. So July 19th is what I am predicting for the level cap increase. So what is going to happen after this Wasp event, if they do it right after the Ant-Man event? My prediction is that they're going to do another event. So right here, going into August, we have another event, and we got Groot being released. We got the rumors of Star-Lord coming in the update. So I think it is going to be a Rocket event. So Rocket hopefully will become a playable character for everybody right here, or at least available. So probably an orb, and then maybe people will be unlocking him around here. And if we go down to that time frame, that's around when these Blu-rays are going to be released, and it looks like it's perfect timing for an update. This was a little less than a month. This was a little over a month, and if you go a little over a month here, that leads us right around when these are happening. So I'm thinking an update's going to happen around that time. I'm also thinking that we're going to get another update after what I predict will be a Rocket update. I think it's going to be a limited release characters. Now we've had 2 limited release characters events happen. The first one is the Star-Lord event that was covered in the Datamine, and the other one is the Nick Fury event that's been in Datamines for a while. Now, if we go up here, we just had an event a few weeks ago that required 5 shield characters. So I think because the requirements for Star-Lord are different, I'm thinking that one will come before Nick Fury, because as of right now in the Datamine, the requirements for the Iron Man event and the Nick Fury event are exactly the same. So I'm thinking Star-Lord gets released right around here, and we're probably getting an update in this time frame, maybe on the 8th, maybe on the 15th. The 8th seems very likely to me, so maybe they start this event a little early and release him there. But as of right now, I'm actually putting my flag right on the 12th for Star-Lord. May or may not be correct. All right, other guys that we've been teased is Loki. Now, Loki, I am predicting him as a Blitz character. Where does that Blitz take place? I think Rocket, I think this is a very good estimate for Rocket, because we're getting Groot earlier in the month. We starting on the 7th. So this actually might take place a little earlier, but I think this is a good spot for him, unless they go Rocket and then Wasp, which is also possible. But because I think this is filled up with this cap increase, Wasp event or Rocket event, and then the other Rocket event, I don't think we're getting Loki till later. So I'm putting Loki as an event right around the 9th or the 23rd. I'm going to say the 23rd, just as a gut feeling off the top of my head. Now that leaves Venom. When do we think we're getting Venom? Well, if we're getting a release around here, it makes sense that we're getting the Venom release right before his movie, a week before. So I'm going to place him either on the 26th or the 27th, because we've gotten the past 2 updates on a Wednesday. I'm going to put September 26th for the Venom event, and that would lead a Nick Fury event. Now we've had the Iron Man event in June. July, it looks like we're getting Wasp, Rocket, or it looks like we're getting Wasp. I'm thinking Rocket. So I think they're going to wait on doing that again. So I'm predicting for Nick Fury sometime in September is when we're going to start to get that. Off the top of my head, just spreading things out, I'm thinking either the 7th or the 9th. The 2nd or the 9th. I'll put it as the 2nd for now. And then that leads to the big question that everybody's asking: when are we getting Alliance Wars? Now, not a lot going on here, so it's very possible they could do something on this release here before Venom comes out, but I think they have enough hype that they could do this either with the Venom release or the next release sometime in November. I'm obviously hoping sooner than later, maybe sometime in August, but it is also if we don't get it in August, I think it's very likely that we don't get this until November. So if I just had to pick a random date, just looking at how the calendar is going, I'm thinking we're getting something around mid-November after this Venom update. So I'm thinking around then is when we're gonna get it. If I just had to pick a random date, I would say November 14th is when we're getting Alliance Wars. Now, there's not as many characters that we have on this. So we had 2 in April. We had 3 characters released in May. We had 4 in June. I know Iron Man was released before, but for most players, the first release was in June. So 3 characters. 2 in July, and again, most beta players have Rocket already, so not officially. So we might need another character here just to keep up with their pace that they've set for themselves. So again, possibly moving Loki there, but I'm thinking we get a new character around here. It's possible. I don't know if it's likely, so maybe I might have to shift around my Loki character there and having new characters come out for whatever update we're getting in August. Now, who are likely candidates for that? Well, I gotta go with the 2 characters that have full kits already in the game as non-playable characters. Red Skull and Ultron, I think, are very likely to be released around August-September timeframe. We've also had Okoye in the splash screen for that Thanos update. She was in that screen, and haven't heard much about her. I don't know if she's a super popular character, but that is a possibility as well, just because they've included her in a splash screen. We've also had Datamine images for Mantis, Yellow Jacket, War Machine, and Falcon. I think the most likely character, if they're doing something around here, is someone that ties in with Infinity Wars. So Mantis was in the movie, War Machine and Falcon were also in that movie. I think it's unlikely that we get Yellow Jacket sooner than later. They could also do a tie-in with the Deadpool movie. So Domino right here in the corner on the cover, and Colossus is another popular character. And then there's other characters that were in Infinity Wars that can be likely candidates for new characters in August, September. No word about any of these characters, but they were in the movie and they're not in the game. So Scarlet Witch, very popular character. I think that would be a big moneymaker for them and make a lot of fans happy at the same time. Wong, no word about him. I don't know if he's a very popular character. Heimdall was in the movie, and nothing on him yet. There was Shuri, she was in the movie, Black Panther's sister. Nothing about her. And Maria Hill was also in the movie with Nick Fury in that last scene, so I don't think it's very likely for her before some of these other characters, but again, another possibility just to give us another S.H.I.E.L.D. character for a possible Nick Fury release. And those are my predictions. So Wasp here, Rocket here, level 65 right here happening in July and August. I'm thinking that's when we're getting Star-Lord and Loki, although I might be wrong on Loki, plus some other new characters. I'm also thinking some new characters in September, and then I think that Vision, I keep saying Vision, that Venom release that everybody wants to know about, I am predicting that for September 26th as of right now. So I want to hear from you guys. What are your predictions? Which of these do you think will happen? Which of these you think are unlikely to happen? I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your feedback, because maybe there's other information that I didn't take into account. But this is what I'm thinking will happen for the future of the game. And I know a lot of people are not happy with the Ant-Man event and how low the drop rates are. But if he's coming to Blitz and Wasp is coming to Blitz later, the drop rates, it kind of sucks because I do want to release them early, but I'm not super worried about it right now. And then we have a lot of exciting and possibly exciting things on the horizon coming up for this game. So I think the future of this game is good. But like I said, I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you think is going to happen with this game? I will see you guys next time. The first is tomorrow, so I'm probably going to be doing another top 10 free-to-play characters either tomorrow or Monday being released, and should be good. So make sure you smash on that subscribe button if this video helped you, if it helped you just to visualize what we've had in the past and maybe give predictions of your own. Click on that like button. BlueStacks affiliate is still going on, so if you want to play on your computer, it's a very good program to use. I'm playing on it right there, if you can see it right there. And then, so click on that, install it, the channel gets credit. Good affiliate link, and I will see you guys next time. Valley Flying out.